Whoa, 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 wait, what the hell's that? Just Shadow Foxy. How the hell do I deal with them? Hey there, and welcome back to Five Nights at Fang's Pizza and Theater. Now, we last left off, we pretty much had a few things, right? We had Golden Days, right, which I think is the original version of the game, as well as Custom Night and some of the extras. Now, I actually tried making this video already, it kind of got cut halfway, and I can't use the footage, unfortunately. So, pretty much, I tried Custom Night, and I'm gonna give you a spoiler. I'm not beating it. I'll show you exactly why. I'll show you. I'll show why. I'm not gonna like try to. I'm not gonna attempt it too much, but I'll show you why. I'll show a few attempts of me trying to get through 620. I'll show you why I have just not been able to get through it. Pretty much, I tried Custom Night for a bit, and then I switched over to do Golden Days, which actually, I might be trying to do the whole thing in maybe 1 or 2 videos. I'm not too sure. See, already right off the bat, trying to have us find him. Or, I guess, where is Willow at? Not spotted, not spotted. Then uh-oh. Hold on. I tried to stop moving. I even tried doing 520 mode instead, just completely getting rid of Miss Willow. And I got a little bit better, but I didn't really get anywhere where I thought, okay, I actually have a good chance. You know what I mean? So I ended up cutting that part short. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move on from Custom Night and instead just try and do Golden Days. Oh, I'm gonna cover extras. I would like to actually, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, maybe I can try just beating the whole of Golden Days in this video, so that we can finally wrap it up. Especially because I've missed a few days already, so not sure, but we'll see. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna lose the camera. Oh no, I was on it. Oh, I was so on it. Turn around. We also in Custom Night we have a lot more batteries. We have like what, 10? Oh my god, I forgot you didn't actually leave. She's still here. Oh my god, I thought it was Willow. The biggest thing for me is that because there's like so much to do on camera, right? You have to constantly look for Willow in order to delay her because you can't really, you know, risk using all of your batteries on her. You also have to make sure to watch out for the camera disabling. I mean, unless you just don't use the cameras. But then you have Nubs who is going to be on camera and you have to get rid of them. So that's like the spot where you're kind of stuck at, really. Come on. All 3. Okay. I stopped moving. All right. Oh my god, you're back already. I was literally in the middle of the wind-up. Oh, come on. There we go, there we go. Oh my god, I swear to god. like, I'm so used to Willow, the way how Willow works on Saturday, right? I'm so used to whenever they, like, you know, like, I see you, you know, you have to use the flashlight, get rid of them, and the moment they leave the office, the moment you actually, like, you finally deter them, because they sometimes stick around in a few different positions, then they say, you know, find me immediately. But literally, I'm looking for Willow and I keep running to Fang'S Sr. There. Oh, there we go. Instantly found them. Oh, there we go again. Okay, they're back. Oh, see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Hold on, hold on. Like how? Okay, someone's on my left anyway. I couldn't even delay. I couldn't even delay. I was about to say, like, where are they? They're still here. And I couldn't get you in time, of course. So yeah, that's pretty much why I was like, you know what? I'm not really gonna bother too much with customizing, because I'm making no progress. It is, I don't know how you're supposed to keep up with that. I personally just can't. So, we're switching over to Golden Days, which, from what I understand, I mean, from what I understand, this is the legacy version of the game. But this is the director's cut specifically. I don't know if the original game goes by that, because I don't think when I saw the game page, I don't think I saw anything like a director's cut. So I don't know if anything in this is related to the main game, honestly. So, you know, we'll find out. It says continue because I tried playing some of it, and that recording that I can't use. So we're gonna start over, new game. New pizzeria in town, Fang and Friends Family Diner. I just don't know if, again, I don't know if this has anything story-wise that is related to Pizza and Theater. Alright.
Hello? Hello? If you're hearing this, you must be the new night guard. Welcome to Fang's Family Pizzeria. I know it doesn't seem thrilling to be in your position, but if that were the case, I wouldn't be talking to you right now, would I? Now, if you want to be successful here, there's just a few things that you should know. First of all, I understand how it gets eerie when you're surrounded by darkness for hours, but that's why you're equipped with a flashlight in case you ever need to regain your footing. If it's really necessary, you're more than free to turn on the lights in your office too, and I'll get to that in a minute. Now, let me tell you something that you might not know about our little performers. The animatronics here are a bit restless in the sense that they don't turn off after dark. Basically, it's easier to leave them running all night so that they keep themselves in shape, and it's less likely they'll need to be repaired professionally. So, if you see Fang or his friends wandering about, don't be startled. They're designed to search for customers, and they'll most likely perceive you as one. If any of them happen to find your office and you feel like they're too invasive, that's when you may want to switch the lights on. It tricks them into taking a step back for a while, Nobody knows why, but I would advise that you use that to your advantage. So, now that you know that, your job should be a piece of cake, right? Anyways, I won't hold you any longer. I've got to get some paperwork done. Good luck.
Okay, so pretty much the room lights that he's talking about is literally these light switches. Just flick the light switch and then they'll go away. I at first thought you had to use the flashlight. They were like enter and I was using the flashlight and they didn't do anything. But then the room light got rid of them immediately. So now we're pretty much just going to be waiting for them to be active. I'm probably going to end up cutting a lot out of here because night 1 especially is very slow. Regardless, I am curious to see whether this has any relation to the main story of Pizza and Theater. Because, I don't know, I mean, maybe, because either this is meant to be like a supplement to the game's story, or this is like kind of like a bit of a Easter egg slash throwback to the original game, and you know I don't have to worry too much about the story. Nope, and they just started moving, or at least I think Fang started moving. I think they go to camera 4. Okay, all right. Then Fang went to camera 2. So in terms of the map layout, there's a few ways they can get in, right? Pretty much it's camera 6, camera 1, and camera 5. Because camera 1 and camera 1 has the vents that lead up to me, and camera 6 leads to the door on my right. Camera 5 is pretty much just a look inside the vents, and camera 2 also leads to the vents. So it's really cameras 1, 2, and 6, or at least those are the areas where they can enter the vents. Or for camera 1, like Fang did, they just went to camera 4 instead. I'm not sure what's up with camera 3, besides what looks like a Fang Senior. Oh, and they entered the vents actually. Oh. Ta-da. And bingo. Easy peasy. Alright, in hindsight, I stopped paying attention because I assumed it was going to be very slow, and I got caught. Dude, this is an interesting game over screen. You have a floating spirit as we're put in a suit. Hi, my name is... Jesus. Alright, so I pretty much just went back and got through Monday. Now, there is actually like a little mini game that takes place right after here. So here we are in our room, right? We're some sort of bunny. A small bunny, and I don't know what this other thing is, really. We're home. We can see a picture of maybe our parents. We go out into the garden, go back out onto the street, and all of a sudden, we get ambushed by 3 kids, I'm assuming. Hey you, bunny ears. Look at you scared and crying. You're surrounded. What are you gonna do? Go to mommy? Cry to daddy? Being a loser must suck, but it's all you'll ever be. No one loves nerds. Now go put a sock in it. We don't want to see your face again. Literally just not even 10 seconds after leaving their home and already getting ambushed by bullies.
Hey, this might be an odd question, but you haven't been tampering with our equipment, have you?
Of course not.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure you didn't, but all jokes aside, today was pretty rough. The animatronics were really acting up and could barely get through one performance without malfunctioning. It got so bad that some of the kids were frightened, and I'm sure you can guess how well that affected the business. Anyways, we haven't figured out what their issue is yet, but tomorrow we're going to call some technicians who might be able to diagnose it. For now, I'm counting on you to keep your eyes open for anything strange. Okay?
Where'd Faye go?
By the way, just between you and me, I would stay away from the animatronics until this situation is under control. If they try to take over your office, just use the same trick that I told you last night.
Yep.
Alright, I'll update you tomorrow, but for now, good luck and don't fall asleep.
Alright, I guess we'll just wait. Because of the fact that they only get scared away with the room light, I don't even really need to use the cameras. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the? Why'd that scare me? Oh my god. That was unexpected. I'm like over here checking the cameras. I'm like, I don't see him anywhere. But yeah, technically, if those are the only two active right now, and they both just entered the room like that, I don't have to really use the flashlight. I mean, I don't have to use the cameras. Just for my own comfort. Where'd Faye go again? Oh my god, no. I'm just gonna wait here. Wait, hold on. Oh, no. Why did I do that? Go on camera. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here. I'll just sit here. There you go. See? Easy peasy. Just wait here. Let them come by. Scare them off. Done. 5 a.m. They're honestly kind of quick to get to the vents. At least Faye is. Fang tends to take their sweet time. And they always go for the vents anyway, so I don't know if Ned over here, or Nud, sorry, is supposed to be the one going for the right door, or maybe that's going to be that broken down Fang over here in camera 3. Oh, here we go. Whenever they show up in front, you also just use the room lights, by the way. I thought that it would make more sense if you just use the flashlight here, but it seems like the room lights also deter them, even if they're standing outside your office. And there we go, 6 a.m. Didn't really show much that time either. It's pretty much a lot of just like watching that same vent, waiting for them to pretty much appear, and that's about it. Give cupcake. Oh, crying child outside. Oh, no, I already gave the cupcake to them. I didn't even notice. Oh, hold on. Wait, relax. Yep, it's okay. How did that one already... Hold on. Why am I moving slower? Bunny sees the little child. Child hugs the bunny. All the children are upset. Oh, okay. The kid got abducted. The kid just got napped. Oh. Wait. Is that supposed to be the kid? But the kid like automatically grew? Why there, or someone else got tossed out the car? Okay. Well, that happened. I thought for a second the kid got tossed out, but no. Also, Fang's already moving? I literally just started.
Hello, hey. First of all, thanks for bearing with us in our technical difficulties. I'm sure you didn't imagine this when you signed up.
Yeah.
Look, things are going south right now, and no matter what we did or who we called, we couldn't solve whatever's making the animatronics so jumpy. As a matter of fact, it seems like the issue is only going to escalate, so I need you to hang in there because it might be a long night. Also, you should keep an eye on the parts and service camera.
Oh, there you go.
That's where an older model of Fang is stored, but this morning he was missing. I guess he started moving on his own. Obviously, his programming isn't up to date with our current cast, so the light switch trick doesn't work.
Ooh.
Luckily, you have a flashlight handy, and if you beam it at him, it'll scare him away, so to speak. As long as you don't get those two mixed up, you're good to go.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. Good night.
I mean, it may be an older version of Fang, but they look so deteriorated, I don't think I can confuse them. The only real question now is whether that old version of Fang is going to show up via the right side, camera 6. Because if that's the case, then I'm going to have to start like doing this, or maybe just stick to the left side, check the camera, and then, you know, we'll move on from there. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa, wait. The bear moved. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What are the odds that the bear moved? Like, I'm so... Thank goodness I checked the camera. Like, you know what? Let me check the camera. Just like, for sake of peace of mind. First thing I see, the bear's gone. I was like, oh, no way. The bear's already moved. Okay, so now I have to swoop back and forth. Now I have to go back and forth, because now the bear can show up. Whoa, wait, what the hell's that? It's just Shadow Foxy. How the hell do I deal with them? Seriously? Alright, let's try that again. I'm not sure what you do with Shadow Foxy then. Another character I gotta worry about. And this one's a phantom. Maybe in that scenario I should have flipped up the camera since it was like a phantom showing up. Oh, someone entered. I did not want to shine the flashlight at them. So far, no Shadow Foxy still. Faye's in there. Oh. There we go. See? That's exactly what all I need to do. They're definitely showing up at a much faster pace, especially Shadow Foxy. They've already shown up 3 times. I mean, at the same time, the night does go by pretty slowly, so a lot of it is literally me just like scanning back and forth. You don't really need cameras at all. Also, I've noticed that this old, you know, the Fang'S Senior, the old Fang, has not shown up yet. Maybe 3 AM now is the time. Alright, 6 AM. Let's see what we have next. After the kid got abducted and someone got tossed out the car, dead. Where Fang? Security guard. Okay, let's go make our way. So is this supposed to be the same person that got bullied? Oh, I think I found you. There we go. Give gifts. Alright, let's give you a gift. I saw 2 others down here. That's 2 more gifts. I think I saw someone up here? Yeah. No. Oh, there we go. Found you. Is there still more? We can go down here again. That's right. Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh. Our kid? What's that ticking? There's like a... Is that a... Oh. I thought that was like something was ticking. I thought it was like the winding of like this... Of like spring locks or something. So I don't think that's how that works. Alright, night 4. Yeah, old man Fang here never moved.
Hey again. I won't talk for long tonight since I'm sure you can guess that things are still pretty chaotic.
Yeah.
For now we're trying to operate as best as we can during the day without the animatronics performing until those get sorted out. Looks like we have yet another incident to stack on top of this place's already outstanding track record. Anyways, there's still plenty for you to do, obviously, so don't worry about getting laid off or anything. I think you've been a trooper through this so far, so keep it up. Alright, that's all I can say for now. Good luck.
Thanks. So far, night 4 is pretty much like night 3. If anything, they're oddly slower. Because Fang hasn't shown up very often. Neither has Faye. If anything, it was just the bear that showed up more than anything. Even Shadow Foxy is oddly quiet this time around. And there's still no activity from this one here. So, oh wait, I spoke too soon. Hold on, wait, they're actually moving. I have to be careful now, because remember, I can't use the light on them. I can't use the room light. There they are, okay, so they're in the main room. I was about to say, like, are they ever gonna move? Originally, my guess is that they were gonna move from cameras 3 to 4, and then 4 to 6. Unless they can go in the vents as well, maybe they have multiple routes. So far, though, everyone's had that one set path, except for Faye. Actually, Faye has multiple paths, so actually, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Yep, it looks like they're going for the vent. They're all going for the vent. Jesus. Okay. Relax, relax. Wait, he's not in the vent though. Oh boy, hold on. He might be taking their sweet time again. Oh, wait. Oh, Shadow Foxy. Okay. Again. Wait, where'd the old Fang'S go? What? Okay, Fang is just completely cutting him. Not camera 2, not camera. Wait, no, they're back in camera 4. Did they go back? I could have sworn they left camera 4. And so I thought they were going to go in the vent, but now they came back, and I definitely didn't deal with them. They haven't even shown up yet. Also, oddly enough, the night feels a lot faster now than last time. Oh. Are you still camera 4? Now you disappeared again. Camera 2. Camera 6. Ah, there you go. Camera 6. There you go. We have a definitive way now. Wait, what? Oh, that was cheeky. I was about to say, like, I know I saw the flash. Am I supposed to... Okay, flicker the light. Okay. I did not want to shine the light on him. It's like the bad thing. It's funny. Like he's like, I shine the lights like a big jump scare, like boom, like if in case you didn't notice, there was a giant animatronic towering at the doorway, or crawling out of the vent. Okay, so now I have to be careful then, because they'll show up, but you can't see them without the flashlight. So you don't want to accidentally use a room light. I don't know, because I don't know if I maybe I think yeah. My point is, like, if I used a room light when they're in here, is that like an automatic like insta kill, or is that just like nothing happens? I assume it wouldn't be an insta kill, but then again, you never know. Maybe the game is programmed to work that way, where if you use a room light on old man Fang over there, then you're done for. I was sure that whenever they showed up at the window, I thought it would have made more sense to use the flickering light trick there. Because, I mean, like, how is a room light scaring them away from outside the door? It's one thing if they're inside the office, but they're literally outside. Oh no, actually you can see them without the flashlight. You can make out their silhouette a little bit. That felt oddly quicker than the last night. I don't know if it was actually shorter, or if... I don't know. It's weird because he didn't show up as often, I feel like. I feel like night 3 was way more, like, intense, but it also felt like it dragged on. Stage 00. So here we are with our kid again. Oh no, we are the kid now. So, wait, hold on. Is the kid the one that got bullied, or... It is the kid, right? I don't know. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Someone got stuffed in a Ned Bear suit. I'm wondering, because the way that if I were to try and interpret what's happening right now, the most likely thing I can imagine, like, let's say our parent. Actually, wait. Let's wait for a phone call first.
Howdy. Congrats on making it this far. I really mean it. Frankly, I was expecting to see you disappear any day, like so many others. I mean, they left, of course, but they could have been doing a 2-week notice. Oh yeah, so it's your last night for now. I'm sure you're dying to get out of here as much as I am, but that's not going to make tonight any easier, so please try not to slack.
Okay.
I think the rest of our crew could really use some time off too, and
I could use some time off.
Appreciate it if things are kept in order before you leave at least.
Already?
With that said, stay on your toes as always. You got this.
Okay, hold on. That was really quick. A 2-week notice in a job like this, like, yeah, you know, you had so much trouble staying the 1 week. You want to leave the 2-week notice, you know, just stay another 2 weeks. Trust me, if you're trying to, you need a 2-week notice so you can get someone back in here. You're gonna need a lot more than 2 weeks. At least if, you know, the rumors about this place are that bad. Anyways, my theory on what's happening so far, right, with this story, it seems like the kid, right, they went outside, they got bullied. Oh my god. They got bullied, right? And so now, the parent is kind of like getting some sort of vengeance for their kid. That's like as random as that might seem, it's the only way that part makes sense. Unless the one who got bullied is the killer, right? Either they're the killer or their parent is the killer getting revenge to some degree, or, you know, like exacting some sort of payback for what they did to their kid. That makes more sense to me though, because of that other minigame where the parent picks the kid up, right, and then tosses a body out of the car, right? The kid was locked outside, it looks like, That's why they're crying. The parent comes to pick him up, already in the middle of exacting revenge. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. Picks them up, and as they're leaving, dumps one of the bodies. And then, of course, we had that last minigame where literally the kid discovers one of the bodies stuffed inside the bear suit. I mean, so far, that makes the most sense. If that's the case, though, then that would make, what, 3 victims, I imagine? Because there were 3 bullies specifically. Nothing happened in the night 3 minigame that was, that would suggest another victim. They just went and put on the Fang suit and gave gifts, so, they worked in this location. That's obviously how they have access to animatronics. This is basically their twisted way of looking out for their kid or their younger brother, whoever they are to them. This is their way of looking out for them. Which means now there is one more person left. And honestly, with the whole... It makes sense with the amount of animatronics we have, right? Because you have Fang, Faye, and Nuds. Or Nubs. There's 3 animatronics. The one that's malfunctioning, the only one that doesn't... the one that's malfunctioning might be the only one that's like left without possessing anything or anyone possessing it. And then you have the core 3 that are here. So it all, it actually does add up. Unless a 4th victim was somehow involved. But we'll see. So far we only have the 2. One for the bear. Another one would have to be for Fang or Faye, but they never really suggest who that might be. So at the very least we know the bear is possessed. But then again, even that's kind of weird, because remember, the first body was tossed out, right? So how did they go on to possess a suit exactly? I mean, maybe they just went on to haunt it, who knows? Listen, sometimes there's no real point in trying to argue like the in detail specifics of like possession for the basic fact that in reality it's all fiction, right? Like the idea of possession, I mean, or at least like I don't know, like it's it's not something that is like quantifiable. Like you can it's not something that's like, yeah, this is like fact or this is exactly how it works, right? Obviously. So it's like, yeah, maybe they can just haunt the suits because they were near the restaurant. Sometimes, like a FNAF lore, obviously the idea is that they were able to possess the suits because they were stuffed inside the suits themselves. You know what I mean? It's like, there's a lot of ways you can go about the whole possession route. So, in that regard, who knows how all 3 might be possessed if one body was stuffed in the suit while another body was outside the restaurant. Hold on a minute. Also, that's right, I forgot to even think about Shadow Foxy, because that's obviously a spirit, so that would have to make 4 to 5 victims, actually. Like, 5 is like the more sensible number now. With Old Man Fang over there. So... oh, there were 3 bullies, but were there any other victims? Anyone else that may have been unintended? Or maybe one victim, like the Phantom Foxy, is like from a different incident, unrelated. Uh-oh, I literally flicked it too early. Oh, you gotta be joking. I flicked it on accident when I turned to the left. And of course the bear had to enter at that exact moment. Realistically, it makes more sense to stare at the right side, because if I see the light flicker, it's either flip the camera or shine a light. Can't really mess up one way or another. Okay, come on. As soon as they turn to. Oh. Uh-oh. I literally flipped the camera up. And I couldn't flip it back down. That's ridiculous. We're back at 5 a.m. I am extra vigilant. I cannot mess this up. Okay. Oh my god. I swear to god. Almost, I just clicked the flashlight. Like, I just want to click the light switch. Come on. There we go, finally. Third time was indeed the charm. Or I guess technically fourth time, but we made it. Ooh, crying child. So, let's see, 1, 2 presents. Who are we then, though? Because we're not the bunny. Another 2 presents. There's Nuds. Or Nubs. It's 5. 6. 7, 8. I don't think... Okay, so I don't think the amount of presents actually matter, right? Okay, so there's someone in the Fang suit. Wait, is that someone? Or no, I think it's a deteriorated suit. What am I know about? And then here's the security guard. Do I go inside this suit? Ah, so okay, so the old Fang suit is indeed possessed. They take the suit, sneaks up on the security guard, and stuffs them into the Fang suit where they get spring locked. Okay. So that explains... Okay, Henry Johnson, $16.75. Do better. Gooding ending. 1983. How did I get paid $16 for how much? There's no... where's the math? 5 nights, $16? 30 hours, $16? I don't think that's legal. That's way below minimum wage, but okay. I assume if I just press continue, it's gonna go to night... Oh my god, there's night 6. Oh, why? Why? I said I'm trying to do everything. Why did I say I'm trying to do everything? Okay, oddly enough, they're very slow right now. It's 1 AM. Barely any activity. I only got like 2 interactions. Alright, it's pretty much 5 AM. Pretty much business as usual. They were oddly, I don't know, again, like night 6 like felt like at first a lot slower than the other nights. Like I don't know why. Like now there it's like, you know, it's kind of like back at a normal pace, but it doesn't feel any more difficult than night 5 did, or night 4 even for that matter. If anything, night 3 felt like the most intense, oddly enough. $6 AM. I got another... Wait a minute. Alright, now that we pretty much covered Golden Days, which seems to have... I think it's more of like an alternate thing, really. I can't really tell how that would connect at all to what happens in Pizza and Theater, so maybe it's like a different continuity, really. So now that we've finally covered all of Golden Days, we pretty much just have the extras left, which we're going to go through, and then I'll give my thoughts on the game and everything. So first off, we have blueprints. Fang the Wolf, we got a nice little 3D scan, look at that. Fang is the main entertainer at Fang's Pizza and Theater, and the older of the 2 siblings. Fang is easygoing and always puts others in front of him, so he decided to become an entertainer for all. Wait, I thought I could click on the button for a second there. Then you have Faye the Wolf. Faye is the second of the crew. She is the younger one of the 2 siblings. Faye is peppy, outgoing, and loves to be in the spotlight. Melody and Faye spent a lot of time together, coming up with ideas for music that the crew can perform. Next we have Melody the Bat, the musician and lead singer of the Fang and Friends crew. Melody loves to spend her time with Faye composing music. Her programming is buggy and may cause your computer to crash. Interesting. Nubs the Bear. So yeah, Nubs. I don't know why I kept thinking Nuds. Nubs is Fang's right-hand man. He wanted to help pursue Fang's dream of entertaining everyone. Nubs is the jokester of the bunch. He can't go a second without making a bear pun or dad joke. Then you have Fang Sr., the older model of Fang. Fang Sr. was decommissioned in favor of newer, more efficient animatronics. He was supposed to be destroyed but was kept for spare parts. Fang Sr. is gas-powered and normally can't walk. He is a liability. Miss Willow. Thought to be destroyed, Miss Willow is one of the original members of Fang and Friends, along with Fang Sr. She is playful like a child, but don't get fooled by it. She's the most calculating one of them all. Miss Willow. And those are pretty much all the characters, pretty much. I was gonna wonder if maybe like this old version of Fang Senior was from the Golden Days game, maybe. And maybe that is who ends up getting possessed. But then again, this is not really... this is an animatronic that normally can't walk as gas power, so it doesn't really make sense. I don't think this is meant to be like a spring lock suit at all, so... Not sure, really. I'm probably gonna keep treating Golden Days as like a separate thing unless I get any confirmation that it's actually connected somehow. As for jump scares, oh, okay. Wait, is that with audio or is that speed-wise? Okay, so yeah, speed-wise. Fang... I think I saw all of them, right? Yeah, Faye... I never saw Melodies. That's actually, yeah, because I never got caught with by Melody on cameras. Melody can only get you, I assume, if they get too many cameras. And then Nubs, gotten caught by Nubs once. Fang'S here, plenty of times. And Miss Willow a few times for sure. As for cut content, we have the evolution of The Office. Honestly, you can definitely see, especially when we look back at the original Golden Days game, you can definitely see how it definitely has improved, like, design-wise. Even though, like, some of the core concepts obviously changed with, like, or not changed. Some of the core concepts stayed and changed, I suppose, right? Because we have the vent still and the door on the right, window in front. Though there is no light switches anymore, it's all pretty much based on your flashlight. Here we have, oh, here's more modeling for The Office actually, from a different angle. Camera changes, so this is the piano. Oh no, this is by the, no, this is by the bar. Yeah, it's by the bar with all the dining tables. Old newspaper, Fang's Pizza and Theater seeking reliable security guard. Okay. Reimagined models. Oh, so definitely a little bit different actually. Right? Or these aren't based on the current ones, right? Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Faye. Actually, no, I think... No, these are these the current ones? I'm trying to, like, compare them now. They certainly look like it. The only real different one is, like, Fang'S Senior, obviously, because they don't look nearly as old here. Oh no, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty much how they look like. It's just different posing, pretty much. Reimagined the cameras. So, oh, these are pretty much all the current changes, I think. There's the vent. I never noticed that vent there on the cameras for the bathroom. I always wondered, like, where's the vent at there? Yeah, more camera poses. I never noticed seeing, like, noticed seeing them in the, what's called, the vents. Music with melody.uxc, miscellaneous. Oh. Then we have behind the scenes, kind of like more like in development progress, laying out of the map and everything. The design for Miss Willow, training. Oh, the training games, the what's it called, the mini games. You pretty much have 6 suits. Yeah, Miss Willow. You have the mom, kid, and other children. Miscellaneous, like camera setup, the creation of the extras menu, the part for the loading screen for like the nights, and then here you have the cameras. So, I see. So the game, this is how the game looked in 2015. That like the green version of Fang from 2016 to 2019 is literally the version that we played, right, with that camera angle. There was a 5 Nights at Fang's Reimagined, which is for, sorry, not here. So these were for like the reimagined version of the game, back in 2020. So that's why this looks so different. I was like, I never saw any of these angles before, and that's because they were designed differently. Like these like camera angles for them in the vents. I definitely prefer the aesthetic now that they have over, you know what I mean, like over the ones that they had in 2020, because this is a lot more like, this is definitely a lot more fitting for like the time, I guess, like what, 1996, but it's like a lot more like older camera systems kind of, instead of like this smooth look you see in 2020. As much as I like that aesthetic as well, you know, I think it's just fitting aesthetically. Okay, we have very serious, yeah, definitely not serious. Funny ants, bugs with what the hell? That's like one of the bugs for what's it called? Wait, I forgot what that was who again? It's for Melody. Oh my god, my brain's melting. Willow. Oh, Willow and Fang. Find boss. She was very worried the monitor would break. There's a story. There is a story. There's really a story? I will get my story. I am coming for a story. I will give you a story. There's no story on the floor. First the drink, then the story. Story. Now, this over here, this is my story. There finally is a story. The end. And then obviously, last thing was custom night. And that pretty much sums everything up. I think this is for the mini games, right? Oh, these are for like the different these are the little like cutscenes that you got after each night or before each night. One of the two. Thing is, I wonder why this was a nightmare. Unless this is one of the only people that survived. Overall, I don't have that much constructive criticism to give this game. Everything looks really good, from the cameras to the animatronic model design, the layout of the office here, the storytelling with the floppy disks. Honestly, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of mysterious stuff that is kind of like weird, like those secrets within the floppy disks themselves. Honestly, it's all been pretty interesting so far, especially considering the fact that there's gonna be a second game. There have been a few issues, right, with regards to, like, I would say sometimes like I do the flash on the characters and they still get me, even though they usually appear like at that moment. I don't think that's, I don't know, the more I think about that, it seems like I might just honestly be getting late to them, because the thing is, you'll shine a light and they'll do that animation where they appear, but technically speaking, they could have been there already, just waiting for you to trigger the animation. So I can kind of forgive that a little bit. It's just a little misleading when you see that animation start up and it's like, oh, they just arrived, when in reality they may have not arrived. Besides that, I don't think I've noticed any other bugs. I thought that was pretty much one of the biggest bugs, but I'm pretty sure it's not a bug anymore. Obviously, right, a lot of the mechanics compared to the original game stick around, like vents, doors, you know, using the flashlight and this like little burst charge here to kind of get rid of them, which I think is you know, a bit of an interesting idea, you know, a bit of a differentiation from the whole like flickering the lights or just keeping it on them. You also have characters that'll come in here and you have to just not use the flashlight at all. And the fact that pretty much everything revolves around your management of the flashlight battery itself is pretty cool. And even though, like, in general, like, managing this is not really that difficult, it's not that it's not difficult, because you have a limited amount of batteries, you're encouraged to use the cameras to know when the animatronics are in your office, so that you can just, you know, get rid of them immediately, instead of, like, constantly scanning the room with the flashlight. So, having that, you know, having that battery resource encourage you to rely on cameras to see where animatronics are, so that you don't have to just be like, okay, you know what, I'm not using the cameras at all, I'm just gonna watch him here. Because that was an issue in the original game, right? That was something that the original game, you know, you would say, like, it was an easy way to cheese the game. You don't need cameras in the golden days that we just played through. Literally, a lot of what I was doing that I cut out, right? Because I was literally doing the same thing. I was doing this, right? I would just do this and deal with them accordingly. But you can't do that in this game, because obviously you have a battery resource, you know what I mean? You can't infinitely use the flashlight, and you don't have infinite refills here, so you're encouraged to use the cameras to find out when is the best time, or when is the right time to actually take care of those animatronics. And of course you have other animatronics that will get you through the cameras, like Melody, who goes disabling your cameras, and if they disable too much, or I don't know how they work because they never got me, but if they disable too much of the cameras, then they get you. And you also have nubs who will enter through the vents, and you can't get rid of them with the flashlight, so you have to get rid of them through the cameras. So I do like that this game encourages the camera system aspect thing. That's something that I'm always bringing up. It's nice that you have to be somewhat thoughtful about using the cameras, looking to see, like, okay, where's Willow, where's Melody, where's Nubs. So that aspect is good as well. Overall, it's just a nice mix in terms of the challenge, especially when it comes to custom. Custom, like, obviously pushes that to the limit because of how vigilant you have to be with Miss Willow specifically. Her character is such a tricky one because you have to use the camera system to delay her. Otherwise, she's just going to keep showing up in your office and draining your battery to an unimaginable level. You can't really survive Miss Willow without delaying her on camera. You just can't. I tried to do that and it didn't work. I got caught around 3 a.m. Also, little details like having the camera information is pretty cool. It helps let you know if there's an issue with one of the cameras, like Melody's interacting with it or something. Nice little details here and there for sure. Though you don't really need it too often. And look at them just staring at me. Love the idea of, like, or not the idea, love the, you know, rare screens that you can get. Sometimes animatronics watching you. Sometimes you'll see an endoskeleton here on the table. Other times you'll see a spirit watching you through the cameras. Obviously, like right there, indicating that obviously these are not just animatronics gone bad. There are actual spirits here, as we pretty much surmised already from the phone calls, the storytelling with the floppy disks. So all of that overall has made for a pretty positive experience in terms of not just gameplay but storytelling, especially since, as I already said, a second game is in development. But of course, with that said, that's going to be it for Five Nights at Fang's Pizza and Theater. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, let me know what you enjoyed from the video and what you want to see from me. Great job once again to all the developers, and best of luck to Bull and Bites going forward. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.